No. It doesn't. It's actually kind of beautiful.
But I mean, it doesn't look any better than Fallout 4. I mean, it's exactly the same engine.
It does. I know, but it looks really good on ultra settings.
Yeah, so does Fallout 4. It's the same.
You can't play it on ultra settings when you're on the PlayStation.
I'm not talking about a PlayStation.
Are you on a PC?
I'm talking about a PC. Yeah, it looks identical. Fallout 4.
Is that why I do?
Yeah, fuck that. No.
That's cool, man.
I can't do it.
That's cool shit.
I can't do it. I see that. I'm like, that's
easy.
not even free.
That's how you want it, man. All right, who wants to do a update as to what happened the last game?
What's about as exciting as Solitaire?
We found that guy.
You did find this guy. Yeah.
Yes. Did we?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that skipped to the end of what happened. Essentially, that's how it happened, I guess, more or less. I mean, you sort of walked around the lobby, and you sort of you found some things out about yourselves.
Yeah, well, clones.
Well, you're a clone.
Yeah.
You know.
And we were beckoned by Hitler to join him in a room or something.
Oh yeah.
He was the AI. The
Yeah,
AI
yeah.
is Hitler. Yeah. His
So-
consciousness was downloaded into the computer and then given
That's what we
a
need on the internet,
a
right?
different voice so that you can think it's actually Hitler.
Wait, that's what we've been talking to the whole time? Nothing.
That was Hitler.
Wow.
Hitler was helping you out.
I don't remember how we met instead.
So remember you walked into that room at the end of you went underneath the room in the hallway, you spun this thing around,
Yeah.
and then when it opened at the other side, it was this guy.
Oh.
You don't remember that? True.
I remember you.
I remember setting a bunch of shit on fire.
You set shit on fire. Yeah, that's right, you did. Well, you shot up an oil lamp,
Yeah.
and that was.
Attached to the wall, which I did not know. Oh. We'll see what I got at work today.
Yeah.
Careful.
For sure.
It's blinding. Yeah! Whoa. I told you, careful, it's blinding.
Why did you get that?
I got it from work. They're like, want this? I'm like, I want everything. And so I took it. One of my coworkers got a little radio. It looks like a cool little boom box, a little antenna and shit. And he's like keyed into the FM stations. He's like, I don't know, this is gonna work, guys. And it kind of works.
Who brought this other stuff?
We get like customers that randomly give us like packages of Merry Christmas. Here's some random cheap ass gifts that you guys can have.
That's
And
pretty awesome.
yeah, I'm kind of excited actually about it because next time we have a tornado, boom,
Boom!
boom.
Have you used the projector yet?
I have not.
You're lazy.
I need to finish my artwork, but I have been working 14-hour shifts for the past 2 weeks.
Well, that's your fault.
That is not my fault.
You don't have to work 14
That
hours.
stupid owner decided to open up a new restaurant. He needed my fucking help.
So are you getting overtime?
Yeah, I'm getting overtime.
Well then, you can't complain.
Yeah.
You just complained that you were working
No,
14
I'm
hours.
telling you I don't have time because I've been working 14-hour shifts. It's just straight fact.
But now you should have like enough money to hire someone to finish your
Oh,
artwork.
yeah, that'd be great. I should. Sorry? From the mural on my wall. Did I show you that image that I'm using?
No.
Oh, I guess I'm going to show you that image that I'm using. Yeah, you know my wall,
No, I don't.
Beside
Oh, you know your wall. I've actually seen your
yes,
wall.
you have seen my wall. You know how there's the kitchen, and then there's like that wall before my garden, and furniture where my in front of my couch.
Yeah.
This is where it's go. That's where it's going. And it's gonna be across the whole wall.
Bev,
Bam. That's going.
Oh, you showed me that.
Yeah.
you should get a tattoo on your forehead.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen it. That's what I'm gonna put on my wall as a mural. when it's finished. Like I need to do all those ones and zeros.
Right.
But,
It's like the Matrix.
kind of is. The ones and zeros are all gonna say collectively anyway. It's gonna say consciousness downloaded.
Should say Salt Bay. Should say Salt Bay.
Salt Bay.
Yeah.
Why?
You remember that guy? There was a guy that was like, he had like sunglasses on, and he would like, he was salting this. There was like a
Oh,
like a
that
barbecue,
fucking-
and he'd go like this, and the salt would like
that
bounce off his
bitch.
forearms.
You know
It was
what?
about Salt Bay.
You know
that was
what?
the name.
Every chef out there are fucking cringing when they see that shit.
Of course they do. But I mean, I have a
Sorry?
See what?
Salt
That
Bay.
guy that seasons things and it like rolls down his arm onto these fucking steaks, and you're like, that is fucking gross.
No.
First of all, do you know how much shit gets right here on your arm when you're a chef?
This guy.
Literally
That
everything.
guy. That's Salt Bay.
Oh, it's actually his name.
Yeah.
Well, that's his. That's his.
That's his tag.
Yeah, Brandon was
So
like,
like fucking seasoned shit by having it roll down his arm, and I'm like, why hasn't anyone shut him down?
I have
Health
a.
and
I have
safety.
a.
you
I
might
have
as
a
well just be like oh,
Yeah.
just bounce it out his tongue.
I have a Telegram sticker pack, and it's Neo, and he's doing Salt Bay, but it's with the Matrix. It's like ones and zeros, like
Nice.
coming off his
That's
forearm.
hilarious.
Yeah, I know.
Also, when you watch his videos of him cutting meat and stuff, chefs also cringe at that too, because you're like, look at all that meat that's going to waste. He is so clumsy at cutting
He's
fat
mad.
out of
He's
meat.
smoking hot. That's what he's all about. Salt Bay is about
He
being
looks
hot.
like it looks like Johnny Depp has cracked for 40 years. On top of what he looks
He
like.
did do crack.
Yeah.
Well, imagine 40 more years of crack.
All right.
Compound that shit.
All right. So who is who? Who is this person with the little blue thingy?
Stop looking at me. Oh my god.
I'm the big thing with the hammer.
There's the blue thing,
The
the big
Digimon.
thing with the hammer. There's the chick with the Reaper sword. There's the dude with the book. I think this is true. And then there's this little tiny guy.
Mine was tiny guy.
Mike, you're a tiny guy?
I like that. Those little tiny.
Okay, you're a tiny guy? So you guys are all standing like, this is like, how this is. This is sort of like open here. You're standing in this hallway here,
Mm-hmm.
in that room. So you guys are here, here.
Yeah.
Which one are you?
I guess it's
You guessed that one. Well, maybe. All right. So as you look into this room here, like I mentioned before, in the middle is a desk, and sitting behind the desk is it's just like a mahogany writing desk, and it's gigantic room, and in the middle is this man here, and in each of these little sections here with the little things, there are tapestries hanging from the wall, and the tapestries are of like Russian flags, and German flags, sort of interdispersed.
I'm sorry, like Russian flags or Soviet flags?
Soviet flags. Yeah.
Bit of a difference.
And there's also like one of them is like it's like a swastika, like a Third Reich flag as well, and they're sort of interdispersed around the room. And the when you look
But
up,
the rest of German flags are like modern.
there's no other German flags. Like
Just swastika flags
Yes,
or like
it's-
modern German?
no modern.
not the country of Germany.
Correct. Yeah.
Shouldn't say
Just
German.
swastikas.
Shouldn't say
No. That's why I said swastikas,
okay.
like Third Reich flags. And then when you look up at the ceiling, it's just
Because that's the flag of
there
Germany.
there are some lights
Was it Nazi Germany?
shining down, so you can't really see like what's past the lights because they're so bright. And the lights, there's one light shining on this desk, and then there's a light shining on each of the flags. And then a stage opens and John Cena walks out. And no, I'm just kidding. And anyway, so yeah, this is where we are.
Oh.
And his name is. All right. So yeah, and Henrik is sort of just like looking at his desk and he's like writing something, and when the door opens, he just looks up and he sees her and he goes, yes, good, please come in.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
I'll follow.
Can I at some point flip his desk? I would love to flip his
How far do you want to go in?
desk. Just
Halfway.
Drew?
Yeah, same distance.
I'll go as far as I can. I want to flip his
Do I
desk.
need like
Is
a...
it okay?
really
Is it
bad.
okay if I give you this?
Okay.
I know this is who you are in spirit. It's just
Yeah.
So, do
Where
I
do you
need
wanna
like a fast draw check to like shoot him with my artillery stuff? Like
No.
I am in power armor, so
Yes, correct.
I'm wearing the tent, yeah.
Yes, correct.
So I can shoot whenever I want.
You
Okay,
shoot whatever you want to. Yep, yep. There's nothing stopping you from shooting. There's nothing like. So as you guys move in here, the door slides shut behind you.
Cool. Totally needs a desk flip.
Can I see the name of this guy? Yeah. With my photographic memory. Kendrick, okay.
You don't have to brag or anything.
So as you're writing, like he sort of like he looks up at you and says, "You're in my light."
Definitely flipping.
Yeah. Are you gonna flip the
I'm
desk?
fucking flipping his desk.
Okay.
Of course.
Screw this guy. He deserves a desk flip.
Okay. Roll.
What am I rolling?
Brawl.
What?
3 dice.
Three. I need three.
I think this one is this who's
Oh yeah.
Dice,
I know
dice.
that.
we need 3.
Damn.
You want one of these guys?
Can I connect?
Rolling, 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 and 13. So, yay.
Yeah.
11.
So you go to grab the desk to flip it, and as you grab the desk, like with almost lightning speed, Henrik like slides back on his like like his rolling chair. He slides back and he pulls the desk towards him, and you just flip
Air?
like flip air. And he goes, now what?
Amazing.
So he kind of like looks at you all and he says, I did not expect you to take such a long way around to come and see me. I've been waiting for you to come to see me, to talk to me.
So, Mr. Tula, can you explain what's going on?
Well, we have obviously called you here to have some tweaks done to your programming. You've come home, and we are very happy to not only have you here, but also have you here in a more conscious fashion. Normally, when you are visiting this facility, you are unconscious, and you have very little awareness that you've been here. Hello?
So, can you then like close the gaps in our memory?
Like, of course,
So
of
give
course.
us an insight.
Yes, yes. Who should I start with? You.
I thought it was an important call.
You were identified quite late in the game. We thought that you would be someone that would be an excellent, shall you say, pawn in our system. We knew that this event was going to happen about 15 to 20 years ago. That the reactor was going to pose a problem. It was inevitable. It was translated or communicated to us through what I guess you would call some sort of a schism in time and space. Nevertheless, we knew that we needed a pawn on the inside who would be able to actually stop the attackers from setting off the reactor. So we basically began modifying you some 20 years ago to make sure that the reactor would be looked after when the event occurred.
It's very confusing.
Wait, a schism in time.
That's how you would see it, yes. I mean, you wouldn't understand the actual you know, what would you, the physics behind it would be lost on someone of your caliber.
That is a nuclear scientist.
He is a nuclear scientist.
Not familiar with physics though.
Not at all.
Not the physics of anachronistic science.
Cosmological.
Exactly. Yeah.
science.
The moon's in Jupiter, and this is a retrograde. This is what's happening.
So,
Keep in mind these are Nazis. They also were into the occult.
so why the theatrics in sending us in helicopters? Why not just wipe our minds and make us slave robots? Why be so cruel?
Slave robots are not fun.
So all of this is fun to you.
Yes, incredibly fun and very, very interesting. Science is incredibly interesting. Would you not say, Fiona? And then, like the little box on your belt is like, yeah.
Yeah, what?
You are one of the new experiments. I did not. You were what do you say? A wild card. I did not expect you to be here.
Yes.
Nevertheless, I could blow you up any moment I need, and you are not as important as the rest.
Can I just like smash his face into the desk? Really hard.
You can try.
You were one of our earliest experiments. You were in the early days when we really didn't understand how to augment every area. So we were able to focus on but one or two small areas of your skills to augment.
So can you explain what the exact skills and what you mean like
Well,
counter?
your I would say supernatural ability to be able to aim and fire your rifle is something that is of godlike reflex. Would you not say? Have you not found that you excel over even the most skilled Olympian? You have an ability to never miss. This was my hand that created this for you.
And how could it happen? So what's the science?
The science is complicated. Yes, exactly.
Lots of GMOs.
First of all, you must eat a gluten-free diet.
Chicken with nipples.
Yes, exactly. There was some slight genetic splicing going on at a molecular level, but for the most part with you, it was a purely chemical process. A serum, if you will, that was injected directly into your heart and then spread through your brain and thusly to the rest of your limbs. And maybe you have needed very little maintenance, shall we say. You've only been back to the complex maybe twice, and never for more than a few hours, just for a slight refresh of the serum that allowed you to continue to operate at this heightened state. Now you, however, you are not even the best. I don't even know how. I don't even know.
First of all, I know.
I don't.
The burnt piece of
Well,
bacon.
that's
I don't even know why you won't die. We've sent you on assignments. We've sent you everywhere, thinking that you were an asset that was non-mission essential. We wanted you to die at the end of the mission. We thought we would send you into places where you would be unsuccessful, but you always pulled out at the last possible moment.
Did I? Did I now?
Yes.
Just like
Yes, just like you.
last.
So whenever you have some sort of level of luck, perhaps we may call it luck. So in the newer generations of your identities, we have always used a small portion of your genetic makeup, hoping to be able to recreate that one part of the clones, but we have not been successful. We have versions of you that are better looking, that are stronger, that have all that hair, that are better at playing the Order 1886.
Oh my
We have
God.
all these different clones that are superior every way, but they seem to have this unerring. They all are missing this certain je ne sais quoi, this survivability, this ability to think on their feet, this ability to improvise that you have always excelled at. You are the 336th clone, and we are now in the 800s. Yet you still seem to be the most unique.
Uh-huh.
So what's the end game to all of this?
Well, it depends
On what?
on you, on all of you. You see, if you wish, you can be sent down to reprocessing and augmented further. Your memories wiped clean, and then you can be redeployed out into the world to continue the work that you've been doing for me, for us, to carry out the agenda. Or we can replace you with those that are superior. And yes, we may lose some of that special sauce, so to speak. But it is something we want to take the risk to see if you would be interested in continuing to fight for us on our side. Now you are a bit of an anomaly. Your mission is complete. We are at the end game for you. You will probably just be broken down into your essential nutrients, your amino acids, and reused in into experiments. Or food. Thank you. Thank you. I'm always glad I have you on our side. You are pretty much done. We needed you to stop the reactor from blowing up. You've done swimmingly. You've done perfectly. You've completed your mission. Thank you. The rest of you, I don't know why you're here still. I'm entertaining you being here, but you're not really as useful as these two gentlemen are.
What is the final agenda? What do you hope to gain from all this?
There is a plan.
And what is the plan?
Well, the plan is not for the likes of you. You are done. I'm speaking with the adults in the whole piece.
Can I roll sort of like I would love to like walk like slowly like around, just like watching like flags and him. I would love to make like perception check. I think maybe this guy is not real. So I want to check, like try to understand if there is sort of like projection, like hologram.
Yeah.
It's like a real guy.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Like I'm trying to like walk around
Okay.
and investigate what he's talking.
Yep. Yeah. Sure. So I'm just gonna put you here. I'm
Yeah.
seeing you slowly walking this way.
So can I roll?
Yeah. What are you gonna roll on?
Like,
Perception.
probably. It's not really high, but I would love to try.
Who's a projection? How do you pull the desk back?
Moving the desk to the projection. She never touched the desk.
3.
Yeah.
I missed.
Yeah, so I only have like 12 like using this. No, but.
Okay.
So what I'm thinking?
You're thinking that it looks legitimate. It doesn't really seem to be. The one thing that sort of looks most realistic is that like he does have a shadow that is the same as like on the same angle and the same sort of position as everyone else's shadow.
That could be part of the lighting in the room that he's projecting.
It could be.
Can I just like throw my face onto the desk, like the one that I'm wearing?
Yeah.
Go. Just take it off, but.
Okay. Yeah. So you don't have to roll anything. You're just throwing your face on the desk. Okay. He kind of just like looks at it and he just ignores you and he kind of like shakes his head.
I'm gonna aim my SMG at his.
So the desk is real.
You're gonna aim your SMG at his head. Yeah. Okay. Like, are you taking a shot or are you just aiming? Like, what's your
I'm taking a shot.
You're gonna shoot him. You're not gonna wait. All right. All right. Shoot him away then. He got to you.
Please don't hit me.
Just don't miss.
Like,
Just don't miss. You're trying to shoot him in the head, right? You said.
Oh, don't shoot me in the head.
You're trying to shoot him in the head. Is that what you said?
Remember character points.
That's true, and I have a bunch of them. let's just see what happens. Yeah, I'm aiming for the head.
Okay. Aim for the head. So that is -7.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay.
Character point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to see how this goes.
So a 9. What's your skill? Is it a 16? A 15?
It was without the deduction. It's 13. So
Okay. So you failed.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
Oh no, I'm
You
in
use
front
a
of
character
you.
point? Okay.
I'm in front of you.
Okay.
No, I'm like got slightly.
Yeah. It's okay. Okay. So how many bullets hit then? If you pass, let's say, what is this? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 4 bullets hit.
Okay.
Okay. So roll for damage.
You don't go into dodge?
Doesn't look like it's gonna dodge. $14 per bullet. 4 bullets hit.
Oh, sorry.
So you have to roll 4
okay,
times.
Okay.
14.
Right. 11, 13.
Well, it's
minus
what is
1.
it then? So it's 12, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
10.
Okay, so that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 44, 46 damage. So the bullets like fly into his head, and as they hit his head, like they like blood like spews out of the parts of his head that it like hits his cheek and like explodes out of his cheek, and like his head kind of just like this, and then he like slowly like comes back to look at you. And then as you're watching, you slowly see the bullets get like pushed out of his face, and then they just drop to the ground.
They're the Wolverine
below
becoming
you.
Nazi.
And he says, "Do not think that I, Tula, would not be a combination of the best. You are not the only agents that I have in the field. We have some up in Canada in our facility there, and all over the world. each with its own strengths and weaknesses. I have merely cultivated strengths in my own. And then Hitler on her belt goes, "Yeah!" It is a shame that you are so defiant. It is just your destiny. You just must accept it. You are just a petri dish, a walking petri dish. You have completed your goals, and now you are worthless. You are successful. So many other people in the world, just think about them. Other people in the world, they don't know their purpose. They go through their lives fighting for things, falling in love, breaking up, getting married. They died thinking, what was life? What did I do? Did I succeed in life? My life's purpose. And I'm telling you, your life's purpose, 100% done. You have completed. You're successful. You could not have done any better.
I decide my own destiny, motherfucker.
Oh, wow.
Language.
So what you are, this person is inconsequential to me now. You want to continue to fight alongside me, or do you wish to be dissolved into your bare essentials?
You mentioned that you want to like wipe out our memory.
Yes,
So
yes,
what's
yes.
the purpose?
Yes, we just find that in our research that keeping you fresh and keeping this all
Cyclical, apparently.
yes, we don't want to rock the boat. We find when we offer too much free choice, the it ends up with a lot of messy ends. You know, we don't like cleaning up. We don't want to be going around and, you know, when you accidentally or you on purpose you get drunk and you tell someone or you tell your loved one, you don't want to go and kill your kids. But we have to. You know, we have to protect the program.
And you mentioned that like he made his purpose. So
Yes.
what's your purpose then?
My purpose is to continue the work here.
Forever?
Well, I've been doing it for 120 years. I look pretty good. Don't you think?
Skincare regimen.
And who decides like
Evil.
what is your
I
purpose?
also don't have face skin.
There
So.
are others. I mean, Hitler is a wonderful friend. We speak regularly. He helps
And
me
he's
with
right in
things.
this box?
Well, he is using that box to speak to you. Yes.
And like who are you serving to? What's the third thing?
There are others. We have Stalin's head. He's a pretty nice guy too. You know, he has some input. He's a little hot-headed. But you know,
And why would Russians want to destroy a reactor?
the Russians, we have had a hand in things that they are not keen. Well, we have a hand in things globally, you know, politically speaking, and they are not pleased that we installed a robot to run their country. I think those internal to his circle discovered there was a reboot and an unplanned reboot, maintenance reboot, and they very quickly discovered that he was essentially an android, and they were able to use a tracing beacon that we had installed in P110 in order to be able to trace his whereabouts. They were able to backtrace it to this facility, and they came to destroy it.
So basically your science is not perfect.
Nothing is perfect. We are in a planet, you know. I mean, look, this guy is back. He's shooting me in the head. He doesn't understand his purpose. It's done here. You know, I'm gonna have to fight him, or get one of you to kill him for me. I don't know how these things are gonna finish up. You know.
But you mentioned that like it's not for everything, like nothing is perfect. So like you managed to take like this shots from him. So what's the extent? How does it work?
To take which from him?
Like a bullets. Like he shoot
Oh,
you
yes,
and you
yes.
manage to
Oh,
survive.
yes, it is just an augmented healing talent, I guess you would say. And I have a very, I have armor plates within my face and other parts of my body. I've been shot many times. This is not the first. I've even been shot at by him before. Last time he missed. You don't look very happy. Just
No.
be happy.
Fuck you.
Look like a beer. I've got the beer here for you.
But
Say
the
thank
problem
you.
only have to hope that like this part of you is not perfect as well, and I'm shooting him with this like.
With the big gun?
Yeah, with the big gun.
Not in the face, that's where
In
his
the face.
plates are.
In the face?
Yeah.
Okay, but that's where his plates are.
Actually, in the
Told
eye.
you.
the
Ah!
Yeah.
So minus 11, eh?
Yeah.
Please don't shoot me. Shit.
And I made it.
Yep.
Well, it's just like one shot, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay. I did not dodge.
Yeah.
what's the stats on the rifle?
20 dice.
Dude's gonna lose his depth perception real soon.
So can we multiply it by 4 then?
Sure.
So it's like 10, 1 and 1. So like 84.
Okay. All right, and it's armor piercing as well. So, yeah. So the bullet goes through
How
his.
big is the bullet?
It's like a little bit bigger than a.
Right in the eye.
So it goes like through his eye, into his head, and it just like blows him back like 20 feet, and he slides back like this, and he like smashes into the wall. And Hitler goes, Scheiße!
And as long as I have a chance, I will keep shooting.
Just a second.
Is there blood?
I'm not gonna wait till like you
I
push
wanna know
bullet
that
out.
there's no blood.
Great details.
Well, if there's no blood, I'm gonna be like, fuck.
As he like slides across the floor, like a stream of blood and like oil and other like liquids just like
Okay.
comes like flying out of his head, and he like smashes into the back. You're gonna shoot him again?
Yeah. The
Okay.
second die.
You have to remember each bullet you have to manually
it's like
cycle it.
Okay. So
Right.
does it require like additional turn? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will
Okay,
cycle.
well, okay, so that's your next turn. So I'm assuming that are there other people fire, or you're just gonna stand there? Like where's
No, I wanna smash his head.
Okay, so what is your basic move?
Wait.
Basic speed, basic move 5. What is your basic move, Drew?
5.
What is your basic move?
5.
Okay. So can you all roll a single dice? A single dice.
And mine is 6, by the way.
Pardon?
My basic move is 6.
Okay, well you're first anyway, so it's immaterial. That's why I didn't do. So Tally, Corey, Drew, Ruben. Okay. So let me see.
Didn't you roll a 2?
Yeah, I rolled a
Do
2.
you roll a 1?
I rolled a 6.
Oh, I thought you rolled a 1.
My dice is right here.
Okay, so you guys both have to roll.
I'm rolling this blue dice. This other blue.
So, Tally, you rolled a 2, right? Drew, it's your turn.
I want to try and set him on fire with my flamethrower.
Okay. Your flamethrower
No, it'll hit from there. You can actually set them on fire all the way over there.
Nice.
I don't see any other useful.
Okay.
What bullets did you use with your like SMG? Like green ones or
No,
red
no,
ones?
it was just the regular ones. I do have some of the purple ones, or like green. Was it green?
I don't know. There are green ones and there are purple ones.
I believe
I think it's green.
Really? I thought it was purple.
Like purple are for shotgun.
Yeah,
I
the
have
shotgun
Oh,
is
yeah,
the,
okay, yeah,
purple ones are in the shotgun.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I have a clip of
The green.
yeah.
So Drew, you're gonna flamethrower him. So roll on your skill. You have a flamethrower skill.
I do.
So roll on your flamethrower skill.
11.
Yeah, perfect. So you can roll for is the flamethrower. I think it's on the back. Does it have it again?
Oh.
Yeah, it says 3 dice burn. So do 3 dice. So roll for 3 dice.
So did you count like multiplier for like brain damage? to
Yeah.
the-
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
11.
Okay, you rolled 11. Okay, so roll.
Whatever it is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So. So he's on fire. Okay, so he stands up. He stands up from here. He's like on fire, and he grabs his head and he just like tears it off and he just like throws it across the room and it like bounces
Oh, that's kind of awesome.
and just like bounces here and it's like on
Creature
fire and
crawler or
it's
some
like
shit.
pouring liquids out.
Yeah, just have the neck hole and like rips its way through the human body.
Stab it.
Is he trying to get up on you? So from behind this curtain here, a Drew walks from behind this curtain, and a Drew walks from behind this curtain.
We're gonna have to like,
Any
we're gonna have
different
to fight
between
like
the drones?
1,000 Drew clones.
They look pretty much identical.
I mean like
It's
like
fixed
clothes,
now.
like what they wear and like.
Yeah, they're all wearing like it looks like to be like an old Russian an old Soviet uniform, like for like a dress uniform. And they both have they both have a saber in their left hand.
Lightsaber?
Like no, like a cavalry saber in their left hand, and in their right hand they have what looks like to be like an automatic shotgun, like an AA-12. If you have military, what's a soldier? You have soldier, right? Yeah, so you know what it is. Yeah, they both have like automatic shotguns in their hands. And the one that's here has like a huge like deep scar that goes like down here, and you can see that his right eye is missing, just like milky and like weird looking. And this guy here, he's got like metal staples like going all the way up over his head there, and you can see there's like it looks like the staples are fairly fresh, and there's like some sort of like weeping going on from like where the staples are in his head. All right. Cordish, your turn.
Okay. I probably would end up having to use my entire turn just to get to him, right?
If you could get to him, but you could move 5 spaces.
Can I also
So-
just throw the desk at him? Since it's right in front of me?
Yes, but keep in mind that the desk is not very aerodynamic. So
Yeah.
you would lose. You would be even though you're rolling brawling, you'd be rolling at probably a -5 in order to be able to throw it at him.
Okay.
It would be you could get it that far,
Yeah.
but
Who's easiest to get to? Like, who is the closest to me right now?
well, This guy probably. Oh, this guy. The Italian's quite.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna
You
throw him across the room. Unless
You
you
could-
want me to. I could just like launch
you could throw Ruben's character.
Please no.
He's finished. The game's done for him. So you know he's expendable at this point.
Please no.
No, I'll just. I guess I'll like wander over to one eyed Willie there and throw him at someone.
But you can't get this. You can move 5 spaces,
Can I
but
move
then you
5
can't.
spaces?
Okay.
Boom.
Okay. Okay. So this guy here, he like sort of like spins his shotgun around on you, and he shoots at you.
Dodge.
He misses. Perfect. He uses his second attack to reload. This guy's
He
turn.
has 2 attacks.
That face.
This guy.
That face.
Yeah,
You're like the most
He's
pathetic
just looking
looking
at me.
face
'Cause
ever.
He wants this. Is what he wants. Okay, so this guy shoots at you with his
I
shotgun.
know. Deflect with my wrists.
Shoots off my hands.
You could do that. You want to? You want to deflect with your wrist?
No, I don't. I'll lose my hands.
Alright, I
I
just
need
asked him.
those.
I just asked him.
Okay.
So what do you want to do?
Are
Are you gonna dodge?
I guess I have to, considering I don't have anything to block bullets with.
You should find something. You would be cool with the shield, I think.
You know, that desk would have helped, but
Well, it's wood. It probably wouldn't have done much.
would have done something. Better than nothing, so
Yeah.
shield.
How many health do you have?
Like 13.
Yeah. This gun can do like a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So
You rip me apart. I just don't have shield.
okay. So what are you gonna dodge?
I'm gonna dodge.
All right,
I
so
don't
dodge.
know
So you got to roll under an 8.
Fuck
9.
Didn't work.
Do you have a point to spend? You got 1 point you can spend if you want to dodge. You don't have. You want to use it? Okay.
I
So
would-
you dive out of the way. The bullets go whoa and just cover Ruben in bullets.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
fuck.
I'm kidding. You know that. It's got horrible range.
Like 6 feet.
He reloads. Ruben, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
We're gonna fire. Let's see. Another 4 rounds. This guy.
And that guy? At his head?
No, main body.
Main body? Alright. Roll it up.
Oh yeah. Okay, 11 on 13.
He dodges.
Ew. Ew.
Vitalis, your turn.
Am I already reloaded? I have to spend this turn to reload.
No, now you're reloading.
So
This is
I
your
have
first
any
attack.
other fire on this Mac
No.
costume?
No. It doesn't have any weapons built into it, it's just got the gun in the one rifle.
Can I then what's minuses if I use my rifle?
I think we'd said -2, because the hands are big.
Mhm.
The fingers are big.
Then I first draw my 308 rifle.
Okay, are you dropping the
Yeah, because
assault
I
rifle?
have no choice.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I first draw 308, and so I will probably have to roll it. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I will fire. I don't know recoil of this. Just a sec. Doing so it's reasonably. No, whatever. So I will fire 5 shots.
No,
Okay.
it's not pathetic.
And what's the minus for vitals?
Vitals? It should be on the back of the sheet. The back of the second sheet.
Whoa, where's the back of the sheet?
Vitals.
Mind blown.
Imperial piercing attacks to target vitals at -3 or eyes at -9. Eyes are -11, but anyway, they're only -3 for vitals.
Okay. So I'll go for vital. So it's like -5 in total.
Yep.
Or
At the end of the
so
game.
it will
Literally
be
the end of the game.
Final boss
Okay.
fight, there's more!
I made it by
Did you seriously just
2.
notice that?
Okay.
Yes, I did.
He does not dodge. Oh wait. Okay. No, that's 10. Yeah, 10. No, he
It's
dodges.
new to me that printers print on both sides without having to take
Um,
it, flip it, and put it back in.
Yeah, they do that now.
I know, it's so weird.
Drew,
Yes.
it's your turn.
I want to, which one's in worse condition?
Neither of these guys have been hit,
Been hit already.
and this is
What's the status of, what's the status of one?
well,
This point,
he
just on
well,
fire
he
or whatever.
he
I
got
got
up,
shot in
he
the
pulled
eye.
his head off,
Yeah, that's right.
You're
and
across
tossed
the
across the room, and these two guys walked in.
Like
What's
that, where's
going
his
on?
head?
What's
Where's
What's
his
that
head?
that much?
But what's up with his body? Is it still moving around, or is he just?
Yeah.
is his
Yeah,
head-
well, he's just
Where's his
like,
head?
it's over here.
Okay.
It's like really close to where you are.
Is his
Oh
head
no,
still-
sorry, this is you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really close to you.
Sweet.
We could like kick it around the place up again.
Yeah.
No, that's not good. I'll take a few shots at this guy
Okay.
with my assault carbine.
Yeah.
Got that equipped.
It's a flamethrower. Is it not? I think they're built. They're
I have
Oh,
two
really?
separate ones, right? Because
I
that
thought it was
flamethrower.
like
I can
no, but they're connected.
Oh,
I had said before that there's like it's like an aliens with like machine gun with a flamethrower underneath it.
so cool.
Yeah.
So we use the machine gun part.
Yeah, use the machine gun part.
Shoot this guy.
All right, shoot him.
For that one. Oh.
But you need
No,
to
3
roll.
dice.
Oh, whoops, sorry, that's the next one. That's the
What are you
damage.
doing?
We're gonna have the damage. Okay,
Jeez,
so
get ahead of yourself. You gotta hit him first.
yeah,
Nice.
7, 8. Yep. So there's 13.
Nope, he dodges.
Pew!
Damn, this guy's
With
done.
that exact noise.
That's true.
Nice.
That is the noise his dodging makes.
I'm looking at him in awe because it's me. I'm like, good job. I mean, fuck.
Remember, they've got incredible luck with the whole not dying thing.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Not
I'm
luck.
assuming since he was
Not-
just talking about you having luck with not dying.
So it does not work to my advantage. Or it does, but it doesn't. Oh, I'm trapped in a loop.
How do I fight myself?
Tula moves very, very quickly. He moves and he starts like running like along like the side of the wall.
No.
Like he's like sort
I'm
of
right
like
there.
running like around the side of the wall here, and as he comes by you, he
Oh,
like
dick.
he just clocks you.
Superman
he just punches
punches
you
me?
like in the head as he comes
Oh
by.
no, communism must not succeed.
No, he misses you.
Sweet.
He misses you, and then he just keeps running.
Cool. Did he pick up his head, babe?
Nope.
Oh yes, good.
He comes around.
What maneuver does he take?
Pardon?
What maneuver is? Like it's a step and attack.
He's
or-
got 2 attacks,
Mhm.
right? So he does a step. He can move. He's got a very fast move, so it's the equivalent of a step and attack, I guess. And then he's doing his second one here, and then he's gonna come and punch into this character here. He fails. He's not rolling very well. He's standing like right beside you, Ruben.
Oh,
Just moving
fuck.
too fast.
Corey, it's your turn.
Yay! So apparently he mentioned these like things in his head that like face shields under his skin and shit. Alright, cool. I'm gonna grab his
You
head.
gotta put it on.
No. I'm gonna grab his head and go over here and beat him with that head.
Okay.
In the head.
Okay. In the head.
Well, where?
Oh, it's a -7 to hit him in the head
Ew.
with the head.
Even if I'm right beside him?
Doesn't matter.
I hope he also doesn't have armor in his head. We don't even know that.
I don't know.
No one's hit that guy yet.
What do they
So
use
roll
to
it.
cut diamond?
If you just go main body, and it does, you don't have any minus. You can also not choose a location, in which case I will then randomly roll and tell you where you hit them.
I like that.
You like that
I
idea?
like random.
Okay.
Maybe it's in the net.
Could be in the
What's
nuts.
his head? Boom!
Could be in the nuts. So roll for location. Roll 3 dice. Well, roll to see if you hit them first.
Yeah.
You definitely hit. So now you can roll for location.
Alright.
1 and 11.
10.
That's main body.
Boo. That's boring.
Okay, so roll damage. You're using. Are you swinging it at him or are you punching it at him? You swinging the head at him?
Yeah, I'll swing it.
Okay, so then you're rolling 5 dice plus 2.
Woo! Okay. Bam. Ugh. Not great, but not bad.
15 damage. Okay, you smack it at him and let's see if he. No, he stays on his feet.
Okay.
But he slides back and as you like this.
Sweet.
Ruben, c'est ta tourne.
What?
What do you want to do?
Give him some attack. Ah, yeah.
You want to give him a hug? He's kind of like your dad.
No.
He's like your dad. He's like,
No.
come to dad.
Very abusive, neglectful daddy. But you know.
Just shoot at him.
Just
My
short the belt,
SMG.
that's all.
Shoot at him with your smug.
Yes.
All right, shoot him with your smug.
What's this move?
SMG. Smug.
Oh.
Smug. S is X. And M. G is the smug. Yes. Yas queen. He does not dodge.
Yes.
How many bullets? What did you roll? How many did you pass by?
Forget.
But it was like a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. I believe it was by like.
Well,
5
what?
or something?
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
I believe it was.
So is it a bullet per one? Is it
1 plus how many times you made the recoil.
right? So the recoil is 0 on this. Isn't it? What's the recoil on? 2.
So it made by 5. It's 1 plus 2, yeah, like 3 bullets.
3 bullets.
Okay.
Okay. Roll for damage. Did you roll for a hit location? You did not. You said you didn't say where you're shooting him. You didn't say main body, right?
I said main
Did you? Okay. So roll it. Okay, that was not a roll. Placing them down does not count.
I did not.
I know. I'm just saying.
I did roll.
Okay,
While we
well,
were talking.
we'll just roll again.
What was that?
8. So 7.
What this? 7.
SMG. You still haven't swapped over to the green bullets.
I mean,
correct?
you made like 3 bullets in, so you have to roll damage
Yeah,
3 times.
I know. 7.
So, 15. 25, 26. 26 damage. Okay, so the bullets just hit the main body like this, and then he just smiles, and you see the bullets go.
How could it smile? It has no head.
Well, okay, he's right. He doesn't smile.
His
Yeah.
neck
His
slides.
neck smiles. Yeah, the bullets just
chest hair
the
really
bullets
just,
the bullets go floop 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 they fall out back out of his chest. This
Smart
guy-
asshole.
This guy here,
Yeah.
he slashes at you with his
Oh,
his
no.
saber.
Can I use the head to block said saber?
You can parry using the head. You want to.
Nice.
Ooh.
Can,
12, 13. Yeah, he hits by 1.
can I parry?
Yep.
Can we roll?
And you have to roll your parry skill.
Here.
But very depends on
So 3
Like-
dice under 8.
like weapon skill you're using.
Yeah, brawling. There's just I thought it was just based on a.
I
No,
don't know
it's,
the rules. I know D20. Why? traditional RPG system. It's usually like dots, and you fill in the dots, and it's like maximum 5 dots per skill.
Yeah,
It takes like bloody forever to even level up yours.
I thought it was only based on weapon skill in 3rd edition.
I do not do this.
Parry. Can use melee weapons.
Pairing with improvised weapons. A face is an improvised weapon.
But it says some hefty weapons are unbalanced. You can't
But
use
it's
them
not
parry or
hefty.
use them.
It's a head. It's
Um,
like 2 pounds.
yeah, you can't use the head.
Hmm.
Sorry. You can't use the head.
Just like it stands there.
If you're fighting without weapons or with at least one hand free, you may choose to parry barehanded. You can use boxing, brawling to parry with one hand. You can also parry. Failed.
So on my chart set, I have like parry from judo
Right.
skill.
You're -3 to parry weapons. So you can roll your parry skill, which is 3 plus half your skill. So your brawling is 13. So you round down, so it's 6, and then you get so 9. Oh, I guess it's rolling. It's doing. Well, 9.
I believe dodge should be higher.
So if you parry with your hand for brawling, then you're rolling at a 9, 6. You're rolling under a 6, which is very good. You can't parry with
But what is your dodge? It should be higher. It's like
your
8.
dodge is higher. Yeah, you can either parry at a 6 using your hand, or you can dodge using an 8.
Well, I don't succeed either way.
You already roll?
This is the roll.
Oh, I didn't even know you rolled. Alright.
Yeah, you guys are like, yeah, roll your dice for your parrying. I'm like, okay, and then you guys start trying to figure out.
So now it's dodge. Roll the dodge.
Now it can be dodge.
Maybe it still doesn't work.
Okay. Yes.
It's a 10, so 8 or 6 don't matter.
Okay.
That's like I'm getting stabbed in the feet.
He hits you in the right arm. You've got a damage resistance of 4.
I have a new one right here anymore.
You take 5 points of damage to your right arm.
So, that's why I'm here.
Yep. Someone have a pencil for this fine young lady? Thank you. You are? This guy shoots at you again. Hits.
Dodge.
You can dodge, yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. Pew! He reloads. Vitalis, your turn.
5 rounds.
5 rounds.
Same guy.
And this guy? Yeah.
So it's wide and long guns, so it's
-3, so it's on -5. Yeah.
And I roll against like 17.
You should stick your ears out
So
at the
it's
time.
like 5, 12 made by.
And with those
Sorry, 6. Oh, sorry, 5, 17 made by 12.
make it by 12.
By 12. So all 5
Okay.
in.
Dodges. These fucking guys. Drew.
Yeah.
It's your turn, bro. What are you gonna do? Well, this guy's right here now. Do you have any of the green bullets? Or who has the purple shotgun?
I have purple shotgun, and you have. I'm not sure if I have green bullets. I probably.
I do have at least one clip of
Okay.
Try harder.
Okay.
Well, this guy, like, over my shoulder, and you can shoot.
For you. Really annoying.
Yeah. Set him on fire.
Okay. Roll.
8, 10, yes, maybe.
He fails to dodge. You light him on fire. Ruben may or may not be in the blast radius of the fire. He's very close to him.
There have been worse things that happened to me.
Pardon?
8.
8 damage. Okay, he's on fire. And he's like not doing too. He doesn't look like he's doing too good either.
Wait, wasn't he already on fire?
Now he was on fire, but then he ran. When he ran, he put himself out.
Everyone knows when you run hard enough. Flames blow out.
Yeah, the flames blow out.
Catches fire. Run!
Fuck rolling. You just run real fast.
Out, run, fire.
He like he goes to grab you.
Oxygen doesn't feel like shit at all,
Okay.
right?
He like wraps his hands around your throat,
Uh-oh.
and he's just like,
On fire?
yeah, he's on fire.
Oh shit! Fire hands on your neck.
Um,
I'm wearing an NBC.
you are. Can you roll your strength?
NBC suits aren't fireproof.
No. Okay. You only have 5 hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're wearing an. What's the DR on the NBC suit? Yeah.
Where one song is called Nothing Ever Changes, and it's about this guy who keeps looking in the refrigerator and seeing nothing to eat. Nothing that he wants.
I gave it to you on
And
a
then he
separate
keeps coming
piece of
back
paper.
every half hour and opens the fridge and goes, and just closes the fridge. And there's gonna be one also called
Is it? Are you wearing the? You're
On
wearing the,
Again, Off
the
Again.
NBC.
On Again,
You're not wearing the bomb suit. You're wearing the.
No, I had to take that off.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got a
Four corners
DR
disaster,
one.
which is trying to fold.
So you take 5 points of damage.
You know, like everything.
It was
shit.
6. I rolled a 6.
It's gonna happen
Four
sometime.
corners of disaster.
Well, you're not dead. You're not dead.
It'll be
You're
soft.
just like
It'll
you're
rip
just
the
on the
pieces
cusp.
for, like,
On the
really
cusp. So
big
he's just like
shit.
strangling you, like die. You can't say the voice die comes out from like in his neck hole. Die, die. And then he's strangling him, and right in front of you, like he's on fire, and he's strangling, like it's on top of him. Like,
Larynx gone.
That's
Just
hilarious.
like-
I love that. That's like Bruce Campbell shit right there.
Like half of his voice box is cut off, so it's still like-
So
Corey.
like,
Corey, it's your turn.
cool.
It's your turn, bro.
I'm gonna hit him with the face again.
You're gonna hit him with the what?
The face.
All right, but hit him with the head. What? What is your skill? 13.
There we
13,
go.
you're okay.
Didn't
Oh!
even
Pew! Dodge.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
that's what I figured.
Well, he dodged him. He had a really good roll.
Give him one of your heads, sorry.
Ungrateful prick.
Ruben, it's your turn, bro.
I'm gonna just do this. Take out phosphorus grenade, grab him and stuff it down the neck.
Nice.
Okay.
We'll get somewhere.
Wait, what are you putting down?
So you have brawling? Huh? You're brawling?
Yes.
Okay, you can just roll in your brawling. Okay.
No bonuses for like guessing, so you're gonna be angry.
I'll give you +1. Okay. Because I'm a nice guy. Yep. Okay. He doesn't dodge because he doesn't like register it as an attack.
Mm.
So the way that the body currently operates. How many seconds is the phosphorus grenade fuse? Standard is 3 seconds, but
I think you ever actually.
well, I mean it's up to you. Is it a standard phosphorus grenade?
Yeah. So
So it would be 3 seconds. Okay. You just gotta not die for 3 seconds.
Great.
All right. Good attack. Drew, it's your turn. You watch this guy getting strangled on the ground.
And
I twit it, and it sort of gives you a bit of a shock because you're anti-choking, right?
Okay.
And,
Help me.
you also watch him. Yeah, you watch. You got to roll on your fetish. No, anyway, you see him like pull a grenade out
Yeah.
and then just, like stuff it down his neck hole. Do you have a soldier skill?
Soldier skill.
Yeah. Okay.
Good.
You don't really know what kind of grenade it is, but you see him.
Wait, I have history of military.
Okay, I'll allow it. Roll on history military at -2.
Okay. So it's a 8.
Oh, so close. It's a grenade. Tom, you don't know how long you've used it, but you push the grenade down the guy's neck hole.
Okay.
Nice.
So I should probably get out of there.
Or maybe you should probably get him off me. That's also an option.
Yeah.
Only optional
You sealed your fate.
Yeah, your mission is over. Everyone else is bought in. Everyone else is bought into that.
Why? All of this time together, and you leave me.
Well, yeah, I guess we should.
Well, you could just flamethrower them both. You know, like in the thing.
Merry fucking Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Crispy Christmas.
Chestnuts roasting.
That's what it'll smell like. What about, I guess, yeah, I could try it. Well, no, then I'm going to catch on fire and blow up.
That's cool.
Do you have a knife?
Don't shit up his
I have knife skills.
Do you have a knife?
I have knife skills.
Didn't you pick up a super nice knife from that guy in the room? Remember when you were in the nuclear reactor, you fought that guy that like carved through the wall with
Yeah, you have
that
like a
crazy
heated
knife?
knife.
Oh,
That
yeah.
heated knife.
I totally grabbed that.
I know you did. So
Yeah.
you can use that.
I used that.
Now, what you have to do is you have to have fast draw knife as a skill.
No. Oh, wait.
No, it would be under that other. It would be under F for fast draw. So you would have to, if you wanted to use that, you would have to, like your gun's on a sling, so you can essentially drop your gun, it's on a sling so it won't fall down, and then you have to draw your knife, so you'll be able to use it next time.
Oh, okay.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm cutting the hands off.
Well, no, you're just pulling out the knife. You can decide what you want to do with it.
But what's the point of it?
Well, it allows you to interact with the bad guy that's choking him without shooting him. You basically have a gun, and he's in close like combat with this bad guy. So if you want to try and rescue him, and you don't want him to catch on fire, you can use the knife to like stab the guy
Or
Yeah.
cut his arm.
or cut his
The
arm
guy
off.
took off his own hand and he was stabbing him.
Well, what else do you want to do?
Just like when we
Run away.
get sharp.
Yeah, you can run away too if you want to.
Well,
Okay.
I think like chopping him and burn those small parts will work.
Yeah. Honestly, I just don't know what stabbing is.
Or you could cut his arm off. So that
So he doesn't die.
I can
Unless you don't
push it
care. If you
No,
don't
no,
care.
I care. I'm just wondering, do I have enough time to cut?
Well, the other thing you could do, obviously, you have your gun out now. You could also like stuff your gun down the hole and shoot at the phosphorus grenade.
No, we don't have to.
Right. So what do you want to do? Like, what would you do in this situation if it was you? Like, if you want, we can role play the different parts.
Oh man,
You
if
know?
it was actually me, I'd probably just be like, fuck this guy hang out.
Okay. Well, then you want to do that?
Where are you gonna run away to?
Like, if your character would actually do that, like, we're playing a game here, right? You don't have, I mean, I understand that he's in your party and you want to try and save him, but you also might be the guy that's like, you're a fucking 327th clone, you're a failure, you're like a shithead. People don't like you, so you might be like, fuck this. I like self-preservation. I'm out of here.
It depends on what your character.
You might want to run over to
No,
this
but I
phone
mean,
and like do this, and you guys like touch fingers together, and then you become like a
Oh my god, you piece together like
Dragon Ball Z. You know.
yeah. Or like a transformer.
It just seems like using the knife.
Power Ranger.
No, then don't use knife. We were pushing you to use knife. You do what you want to do.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna run away because I don't think it's then. What if I stumbles?
Okay, so where are you running to? 1,
The
2,
coward.
3, 4.
Well,
Which way you want to go?
there's three of us.
No. It's in character, man. You do what you want to do.
Oh, good.
Where do you want to run?
I gotta run like
This way. This way. Your full move?
Unless you think I can actually help this guy with a knife. Is this
No. It's what you think.
okay?
And I'm, just,
Run
and
away.
I'm just doing this because it's my character and I don't want my character to
Yeah.
die.
So you run away. Bye. Bye. All right. He runs away. This guy slices at you again.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, he hits.
Oh
Are you
no.
gonna dodge or are you gonna parry?
I guess my dog is better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just roll under 8.
Yeah.
He hits you in the 8.
A pinky toe.
You guys are getting some pretty bad. What's it called? What's that random luck thing called in video games? You know what?
Random luck?
It's called
RNG?
RNG. What does it stand for?
Random number generator.
There you go. You're getting pretty bad RNG right now.
Yeah. Let's say it's
The same arm.
oh yay! Everyone loves
Oh
my
no.
everyone loves that arm. It's great.
7. Yeah. So he cuts your right arm off.
Okay. Well I got a left arm, so
Yeah.
I can take my right arm and beat people with it now.
Hey, can you roll a health check, please?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's like that from like arm off?
It was already. Well, it's crippled. It's the
Yeah,
same
it's
thing.
crippled.
Sorry,
Not
it's crippled. Yeah,
that sounds like
sorry.
crippled.
It's crippled. Sorry. Okay, so you're fine. You don't die.
Totally fine.
You're not a good shot or
Except
anything
for,
like
you know, fuck
But
that
if you
arm.
would like cut your arm off, you can like spray him with your blood.
AIDS, guys! AIDS! It's a slow death, but it's a death.
So this guy here, he shoots at you again. He hits.
Dodge.
Dodge. Don't fuck it up.
Made it.
Man. You dodging behind the desk?
No other way.
He reloads. It's your turn.
Shooting at him.
Shooting him.
Another 5 rounds.
Another 5 rounds.
Not
Minus
white,
5.
white house.
Yeah. -5.
Made it by 7.
I failed a dodge.
So which mean like 4
Okay,
rounds.
4
hit.
rounds hit.
5d plus 1 each. So it's like 22 to 23 by 4. So it's like 89, 92.
Right.
92.
92. Okay. Can you roll a health check, please?
Yep.
Okay. You feel like a sharp pain in your stomach at the same time as this guy gets like pasted against the wall,
It's the alien.
and he's just like the bullets like rip through his body and out the other side, and he's just like he just falls to the ground, slumps to the ground dead.
Perfect.
Smeared.
Gee. But I'm okay.
You're okay. You just feel like a cramp, like it's sort of like a psychosomatic connection.
Like, no, no. Why?
Drew,
Yeah.
it's your turn, bro. What are you gonna do?
Oh shit! Who's in between the
That
line of fire?
that's
That's
this guy.
Okay. Do I have a fair shot though at the other dude?
Yeah, you can
You
do
can
it.
step.
You can step and shoot.
Okay, I'll step and shoot. With my carbine.
Do it. Roll strike. Don't fuck it up.
Yes, 12.
Okay. Anything else to dodge? Roll for hit location. Yep.
Oh,
Roll 3 dice for hit location.
oh.
Yeah, unless you call it, you're always deafening body. So now roll for damage.
So it's +2,
Oh, nice.
10, 16, 20, 22.
Okay. You spray him in the stomach, and he just he spins around and just slumps on you, and his blood is all over you, and he's and just coughs slowly and slays blood all over you.
AIDS blood.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Feels like it's spread AIDS everywhere. AIDS for everyone. What a Merry Christmas.
Wow.
Tis the season.
Okay.
Lovely.
My bread resembles Christmas. For the blood of AIDS victims.
He's still alive?
Who?
That's right
Well, he doesn't look that great. I mean, he's standing, sort of holding her, kind of thing.
Coughing AIDS blood.
Coughing AIDS blood on her. Yeah.
Right.
The opinions expressed in this broadcast do not necessarily reflect those of the global television network. Okay.
Is there an opinion there?
The
Yeah.
point is AIDS is not funny.
This guy is just
The thing isn't blown up yet.
no, it's only on the second out of 3
Laughing with
seconds.
no head.
There's one more round. One more round, bro. Can you make a strength check, please?
How am I supposed to do a neck snap? He's got no head.
Can you make a strength check, please?
10. 12.
Okay. You break free.
Cool. I'm not on fire?
Oh, he's still on fire.
You're on
But
fire?
it's not really hurting him. His suit is on fire.
Probably take the suit off before you do your on fire.
Corey, it's your turn, bro.
Sweet.
Outrun the
I'm just gonna straight up grapple him and snap his neck.
Okay.
I'm tired. Alright.
Tired of what? Playing him? Or just playing the game in general?
No. Playing him.
Okay.
The
Because
game
otherwise
is
you
cool.
just fucking leave. Right. Alright, so roll brawling first to grab him.
Where's
So 13. You grab him. Now roll strength check. I don't know why you bother on this part, but you know. Is that a critical? Yeah, that's a critical. You critically pass your strength check. So you just twist his head and it comes right off.
Oh, another head. Dual weapon face fighting.
Dual facing.
Yeah. Okay, now I got 2 heads. This is great. Alright, let's do this.
Ruben, it's your turn, bud.
So I'm gonna
Run! You know what? I just want to remind you of something, just so you remember. You do have a grappling hook.
What?
Remember, you had a grappling hook on your arm you used to swing out of the thing?
No, that was him.
Oh, was it him?
Just
You-
wanted to also
oh, yeah.
remind
Yeah, you could use that to grab him to pull him out of the way.
I do have dual weapon attack, so I can in fact use both heads.
There you go. 2 heads are better than 1.
2 hits on one.
I'm gonna start running.
You're on the ground.
Oh right,
Crawling.
right, okay, I
You're
guess
crawling.
You can get up,
Yeah.
kneeling, in 1 attack,
Just body roll. Roll, you're on fire.
to a barrel roll.
Do a fucking barrel roll check.
Alright. So which way you barrel rolling? I guess you're going this way?
Yeah.
You guys are both.
And subsequently go
You guys are both
off, you're
Uh,
not on
yeah,
fire
sure.
anymore. I'm hoping you're not on fire because rolling is a smart thing to do.
I will shoot second Drew.
You're gonna
Like
shoot him?
red Drew.
He's dead.
No,
He's
oh,
got
Yeah,
his head
yeah.
cut off. He's
Let's
got
put
his head
that
cut.
blood.
Are you gonna shoot the body? Can you do that?
then I will shoot that guy.
Yeah. How many bullets does your gun hold?
30.
Okay.
In the place. So
Unfortunately,
I
no,
shot.
you're
you're-
able to, but
I
I'm
shot
okay.
20.
Fine. Yeah.
So I still have
My
10
vein.
before 11.
Are you shooting him in the vitals? You shooting him with purple bullets or with green bullets? This guy still hasn't
No, I
shot.
just-
No one in the entire game has shot. Only one person shot one person with green bullets, and it took them down instantly. In the rest of the campaign, no one else has ever used any of the ammo that
To
I
be
give.
fair, I don't have guns.
No,
I don't have green ammo. I only have purple, and it's for shotgun.
Right. Well, these guys both had a shotgun.
Shit.
And I have shotgun.
Oh, you have the shotgun.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have the. Is it loaded with the
Yeah,
purple
for sure.
rounds?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing, Brew?
Okay, let's try.
I'm gonna call you Brew from now on. Strange Brew.
It's like bro and
Strange
Drew
Brew.
just jammed together.
Okay, I can try. I
What are
can
you doing?
pass
I mean, you
draws.
can shoot him whenever you want. You can shoot him with the machine gun with the 5 bullets.
You use the colored bullets.
Okay, I will pass draw shotgun and drop that rifle.
Okay, is it on a sling or is it
The problem on this thing.
probably on a
Should-
sling?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll allow it. Okay,
Yeah.
pass cross roll.
Made it.
Alright.
So it's just like a. It's not automatic. It's like regular shotgun.
Yeah, it's like a Mossberg Marina.
Okay. So again, what's required on it?
I'll tell you. No one's used it before.
So how many shots it can do around?
I will tell you all these things and more. Take a look in a book, reading rainbow. I can do anything. Ways to know, ways to grow. Reading rainbow.
What's the guy's name again? Leon? The dude?
Lamar?
Lamar, something Lamar, right?
The guy
I thought it
played
was
Jordy.
LeVar Burton.
LeVar Burton. That's
Lamar, yeah. Because he was in Community, remember that?
Yeah.
Those episodes?
Yeah.
Troy was obsessed with
He's
him.
like the entire time. She's like, okay, well, nice meeting you.
guns, muskets, guns, handgun, the oldie handgun, pump shotgun, 12 gauge.
It says handgun?
Yeah, right here.
Holy shit.
It's a .90.
What the fuck is a handgun?
It's like
Yeah.
a musket.
Oh my
It
god.
shoots like a little
That's amazing. I love
like
that
gun.
spelling.
the old handgun.
It sounds like something like the gun like misfired so
Rate of
dramatically.
fire is
but
2x9.
the gun exploded in your hand and now your hand's gone. Which happens.
Oh, I know what happens.
Why would I want a weapon called a handgun?
Well,
I don't want my handgun.
Not safe at all.
It's like the pole of self-sodomy. Like, I really don't want that.
Yeah, that. What? What's that from?
I just made it up.
Oh, okay.
the weapon can fire a number of shots
It's
equal.
like, you know, the
Just
oh,
like
okay.
Means the weapon can fire a number of shots per attack equal to the first number, and that each shot releases a smaller number. So you can shoot twice, and each attack gives you 9 pellets because it's a shotgun. So you can shoot twice. Each time you shoot, you've got a potential of 9 projectiles.
Depending on success.
I assume it depends on success, yes. 409. Of course, it's in the book. Great. That's just great. That's just great. Shotguns and multiple projectiles. A weapon with rate of fire following the multiplier, example 2 times 9. 5 shots that equal the fire release multiple small projectiles. The most common is a shotgun. The first number is the number of shots you can actually fire. This is how much ammunition is used up. When resolving the attack, however, multiply shots fired by the second number to get the rate of fire. For example, Vitaly's shotgun has a rate of fire of 2 times 9. He chooses to fire 2 shots at the bad guy. For the purpose of the rapid rules, his 3 shots are an attack at rate of fire 2 times 9 equals 27 because each shell releases multiple buckshot. At extremely close range, multiple projectiles don't have the time to spread. That increases lethality. At rates less than 10% of half, don't apply rate of fire. Does that make sense?
No.
What are you guys talking about?
You suck.
Where's
Just tell
the
me what
shit?
to roll.
Yeah. I'm looking it up.
Everything makes so much sense.
Sounds like stringed together.
Range is, so the range is 50.
What'd you roll? What'd you roll?
5, 10, 15,
Yes.
20,
Critical.
25.
Critical fail.
So it's,
critical
it's
tech.
if you do one step,
Yeah.
then you don't have to roll, then there's no spread.
Okay, that was good.
You move 1 foot.
Oh, no, sorry, a range is less than 10% of half. So you would have to be within like,
Okay.
yeah, so that's okay, that's fine. So you're gonna fire 2 shots, right?
Yeah.
So you basically are rolling, you're doing 2 times 9, so you've got 18 maximum. Damage. Yeah, so roll to see, like roll your shotgun skill. And the recoil on it is 1.
So I had like it's 18 like straight shot after all the minuses. So 12 on 8 made by 6.
Okay, so it's the same as so the recoil is 1. So it's basically you're shooting 18 pellets,
Mhm.
right?
So
So
16. Yeah, so yeah, made by 6 plus 1. So it's normally like 7 pellets. Or?
okay, 7 pellets. Yeah. So 7. So it's 7d dice. 7d plus 7 for damage.
Not perfect. 27.
Okay. So you fire at him with the purple shotgun.
Yeah.
And when you like, and as you shoot him, like as it shoots, there's like a cloud of like purple mist or purple smoke around where the shells come out. And when it hits him, it knocks him over completely. And you see that where he's gotten hit, there is like what looked like to be tiny. Each shell is actually not a shell. It's like a small what's it called? Like a hypodermic sort of charge, and it like injects like 12 like whatever the payload is in this thing, and injects it into this thing, and you immediately see his chest explode. Have you seen Akira? Have you seen
Cool.
the movie Akira? Okay, well basically his body just like balloons.
Yeah.
Oh, that.
Like it
Yeah.
becomes like a gigantic, like it's filled with gas, and he's a a balloon. Anyway,
Floating.
he changes, and he's this
Oh
big.
no. No.
He's this big,
Oh god, why did we
Right?
make it worse?
and Ruben, you're like inside this like massive flesh, or like half inside this massive flesh, and you can't breathe, and you can just see like veins and like pulsing light, like
Right sitting on your
like
retinas.
this. Yeah.
That's what happens when I drink lucky beer.
Yeah. Really. What, you balloon out, or you
All of
you
it.
see
No,
veins?
no.
All of it.
Floating. Yeah.
Oh.
That too.
Yeah. Drew, it's your turn. What are you gonna keep running away? You want to grab him with your with the grappling hook?
Am I not on fire anymore, by the way? Or am I
You're
still on fire?
smothered by
You're
this
not on
guy's
fire. You got
hat.
smothered.
I'll grab him with a grappling hook and pull him out.
Okay. So roll on your brawling skill. If you have it.
Yeah. Oh, fail.
Okay. You miss him. Do you have any plot points you can use?
Yeah, right.
Okay. You missed. He can't do anything. Corey, it's your turn.
Is there any way I can like somehow get him out from under there, like grab him? or
Well, this is
something?
him. This is the bad guy.
Oh, that's the bad guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still underneath, right?
He's sort of like half underneath him, yeah.
Uh,
I mean, you could
I gotta
grab
travel really far for that.
Well, you could grab the saber from this guy's body and then like slash
at the balloon.
But I'm not very good at swords. I think the punching would be far more effective.
Okay. Well, your punching is 13,
Okay.
and your slashing would be 9.
Yeah.
So yeah, a little bit worse.
Your weapon attack is garbage. Yeah. I can de-strike him.
Who?
Get that.
Yeah, I mean he's like well you
So,
get
like,
you also get bonuses to hit as well.
Yeah,
because
'cause
he's
he's
so
so
big.
fucking
Yeah,
huge.
he's +4 to hit. So
Yeah. But I can't do like neck snap because it hits my neck.
no, you can't see his neck.
Well, I guess I'm punching my way through his body.
All right, roll the punch. You hit 12, 14. Yeah, you hit because it's +4 to hit. He had dodge, so roll for damage. 5 dice. Are you punching? You thrust punching, or you swing punching? Are you punching like this? Or you punching like this? Hooah! Hooah! Hooah!
Like this.
Hooah! Okay, so you have to do the hooah noise, and then you have to roll. There you go. So now you can roll.
5?
Yeah, 5 dice damage.
Eee.
Yeah. All right. Whoa, you got a good roll, bro. Good. So that's 16, 17, 18, 19. So you swing twice, and within like as you swing, the swollen sort of balloon, sort of like it's almost like molasses, and if you grab, you just get like sucked into the ball,
Oh no!
and you're like
Oh
inside.
no! I'm fusing with the AIDS-ridden object. Well, I'm already AIDS-ridden.
Ruben, it's your turn.
AIDS-ridden, and I got the AIDS, and now I'm making him have the AIDS.
So,
It's not
am
fun,
I
you know?
fully submerged in this thing, or?
Well,
am
you
I-
can't see. I mean, yes, your legs are sticking out, but you don't know that. Your legs are like
What
this.
about
This is what you
grenade?
look like. What?
What about the grenade?
Ooh.
Yeah, what
I'm
about
in
the
there.
Should it go off for a minute?
Oh yeah, what happened to the grenade?
Yeah, it comes off on the end of this round.
But I'm stuck in there! Oh,
Um,
if I die happy.
can I like move at all, or am I just? Like,
Well, you can't see which way is up. You can't see.
well,
right?
obviously I can't see.
Yeah,
But I'm saying, do I feel like a weight on me? Can I move my arms around?
Yes, you can
Like-
move your arms around.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to like.
Give up? You want to give up?
Give a
Try to.
Use your knifery skills.
Do I even have a knife? Oh yes, I have a knife.
Okay, so you want to fast draw your knife or regular draw your knife? Do you have fast draw knife? Are you gonna draw your knife or not?
Remember, you're
No.
suffocating.
No, I'm gonna
What are you
try
gonna do?
to like. So am I facing? Like, do I feel the ground at my back? Like, am I?
There's weight everywhere. It's very difficult to know, but you assume that the ground is at your back.
But I mean, gravity is still here, so if you can't feel like where it's
Yeah,
bottom.
it should be able
Yeah,
to
yeah, for sure.
not floating in water.
But I mean, they say like if you're in an avalanche, right, and you're stuck in the snow,
Yeah.
you don't know which way is up. Even though gravity still exists, you don't know which way is up, which way is down. And the only way you can tell is you gotta make a hole with your mouth in the snow and then spit and see if it goes somewhere or not. Then at least you know which
Think so?
direction.
Oh, now I know.
That's what they say. Yeah, in an avalanche, you don't know which way is up. Like when you want to dig, you don't know how to
Let's
dig
find
out
an
because you don't know which way
avalanche.
to dig.
I don't want to live anywhere
That's
where
what they
there's
say. I
like
mean, I don't know. I don't.
I don't like snow.
You don't like snow. Why do you live in Ottawa, fuck?
I ask myself that every
You're a
fucking
dummy.
year.
You're
I've
just
tried
dummy.
many times to
Just
leave.
leave.
I tried.
Just start dating some hot guy that lives in fucking LA and like wants to like, you know, pay for you to go out there.
Trust me, I fucking tried.
You gotta try harder.
I know.
Clearly.
I gotta like go out to
We'll just all log in as your Tinder profile. They change your location to LA and then
I'm just gonna
That'll
try
do.
to.
give up entirely.
Sorry, I ignore what you sort of said there.
I'm gonna try to take my clip out and put the green ones into the chamber. Or is it too...
I don't know if you could do that. I think it would be even difficult for you to draw your knife at this point because of the way that it's.
Well, then why am I even having a turn?
Well, you can draw like I don't know. I mean, I have to give you a turn. You're on the
Still
fucking
can't
rotation. You
You're
know.
on the roster.
Yeah, you're on the roster. I mean, you can try and crawl out. You can
Yeah,
try
I'm
and
gonna
like
try to-
chew on the guy. Maybe you want to try and bite his flesh.
I'm gonna like kind of like struggle out of it.
Okay, you start struggling out. You start moving a little bit out of his body. Just your head is sticking in now. Okay, the grenade goes off.
Yay.
Best right in the middle. Flush confetti. Actually, I wouldn't mind going out that way.
You take 6 points of damage,
Oh.
and you're on fire. And your face is like smooth, like you've got skin like burned onto your face
From the
his
fat thing?
body.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah, and it's got like veins and stuff in
Now I
it.
got permanent weird
And you
flesh.
can see through the veins and see
Sweet.
through. You can sort of see. It's like sort of like having a large like. Imagine if like an elephant's testicles were like heated up
Yeah.
and then like split open and then
Okay.
applied over your face.
Yes.
That's what it's like.
Fuck yes.
That's what it's like. It's like a big.
All right,
It's like a
cool.
big hairless
Now-
testicle skin.
Now we're talking.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Got it.
Ruben, same for you. You also have like skin like applied over your
Helmet,
face. Do you have a helmet on? You're wearing an NBC suit, right?
Yeah.
So you can take the suit off and
Yeah.
you're okay.
Yeah. Do I take any damage?
Yeah, you take 6 points of damage.
So I'm at -6 then.
Uh,
So was that 0?
so you take 5 points of damage because of the NBC suit, and you only take it to your head.
Oh, okay,
You only take it to your head.
yeah. Okay. So
So your head is hurting. Can you roll a health check? You don't want to fuck this one up.
No.
You fail?
Yeah.
Okay, you're unconscious.
anybody know first aid?
I would say it's good for you in the circumstances.
Bill's character.
Just unconscious, not dead.
Yeah.
So what do you see? Like,
Well,
no
this guy,
much from
this
outside.
guy is completely dead. This guy got like pasted right by the phosphorus grenade.
I got plenty of stuff in my face.
The moment you assume the moment his heart stops, underneath the desk, a thing comes out of the floor, and it's got 3 slots in it. There's a red one,
For key cards, $50.
there's a blue one, and there's a yellow one.
I have a yellow
I have
one.
the blue one.
Anybody
Where's
else
the
have
one?
the other one?
We got no red.
Someone had the red.
Yeah, someone has the red.
Yeah,
You thought that there was 4. You always thought that there was 4 because there was 4 by the elevator. But
Yeah.
you have 3.
Because we each took one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who's got the red?
Who got the red?
I think that Josh had the red.
Who's John?
He was the guy who was at the beginning of the game before you joined in.
Oh, what the hell?
So assume
Damn it,
like if you
Josh.
carry it.
Yeah, we'll assume that you have it.
Sure.
Stole it from him in his sleep or something.
Oh, I thought we found them when I was already in the game.
You found 2. You found 2. There's 2 that's been found since you've been in the game. The
Oh.
first one was found by these guys when they were entering the base.
Yeah. Like on the very first game.
In the very first section.
Okay.
Well,
So-
let's assume we got them all.
Well, that's why, yeah, I'm telling you, I know you have them all. Because I wouldn't have
It's
played.
just the key cards, it's Wolfenstein.
Okay, so you put the wolf in.
Frostbite. Ah, shit.
Well, I would try to like bring him into conscious. Just
Who has
like,
first aid? You have
Right.
first aid?
Oh, I don't. No, I'm not.
Drew, do you have first aid? Because I thought your character had first aid. Someone's character had first aid.
I just looked at it. No.
I will
Did you have
just,
first aid?
I will just leave you just
I
like
was the only
medical,
one
Which one?
like a medical.
Is that the one? All right. Can you please roll your health?
Okay.
Now you're dead.
Now you're dead. Whoa, did you just critically fail?
Oh no.
You
Oh,
did.
it has adverse reactions and dies.
You critically failed.
Oh my god.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
It had
I'm
to happen
sorry,
at some
man.
point. I
No.
always
No, that's a shitty roll, man.
I always die at least once during the game.
Okay, you've got 24 hit points. Your health is up at 24. Write down 24. Write down 24 here. And you get up, and you just feel like really swollen.
no,
You feel like
explodes.
swollen, like this. And as you're like looking around at these guys, like your eye just goes
Oh.
like this, and just blows up like this.
The pressure.
You're
is
like,
too much.
like this, and you feel your skin like starting to swell up, and then like blood starts pouring out of your nose and out of your ears, and you're like, you're still okay though. You're not dead. You've got 24 hit points. You're having trouble containing all the healing energies. So you're -4 to any skill.
Oh.
And you have no eye.
Yeah, one of these
Yeah.
eyes is one of your eyes is permanently gone.
Is having
Well,
a
they
reaction
injected
to
him
the
with
shot.
the health. You know, you guys got those injectors
Yeah.
in that previous game. Because he was dead,
Is having a reaction.
and no one has healing. He used the healing
Oh,
injector
that's
to inject him, but he critically failed his health roll, which means that he's overhealed basically. You can. I'll let you choose an eye with one, the left or the right. It's you.
Oh, so kind.
So yeah, so that's what happened. So you're up on your feet now.
Okay.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Life is struggle.
Yeah.
Life is pain.
Oh my god. Starting to look like me.
So, what about cards?
Pain is rent for bread.
Yeah,
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, so I'll,
I'm going to pick up my first rifle, like
Okay.
a big one.
Yeah. Are you gonna pick? Is anyone gonna pick up any of the loot from those guys?
And I would check shotgun. What shells that they have in shotgun?
Just standard shells.
I'm gonna loot this guy.
Okay, he's got a very nice looking cavalry saber. It's stamped with like a swastika.
Oh boy.
You probably want to melt that down.
It's worth good money.
Yeah.
And you find an automatic shotgun. And you find a Soviet uniform that has the stomach torn out of it by bullets.
You can still take boots.
You can take the boots, yeah. You can take the boots. You can take the hat too if you want.
I'll take the.
Take the hat on your stomach.
And you can take like spare hand.
Oh, there
You
you go.
draw much.
Heck yeah, spare hands are
Can you
great.
roll a health roll, please?
Uh-oh. Scrotum face is about. I am also scrotum face. We are both scrotum
You okay?
face.
You sort of feel like you're about to like vomit, and then you just like choke it down, and you taste blood in your mouth.
Oh boy. I'm gonna take the shotgun.
Okay.
By the way, I need 2 testicles.
So yeah, write it up here on the
Eventually
shotgun.
we see this together
Okay.
with our scrotum faces. You look like a pair of testicles.
It's useful.
Can be if you're hiding in a forest of testicles.
Good point.
What's the damage for it?
I'm just gonna tell you right now.
No one ever does. Except for me, apparently.
This could be useful.
So the rate of fire for the shotgun is 16 times 9. It can fire 16 shells in 1 second.
Holy shit. The damage.
And
Kind of cool.
the damage is 1d plus 1.
That's a cool weapon with nothing to fight because it's done. I don't know.
So what are you gonna do now?
Let's use the key card.
Alright, I'm just
Yeah.
asking. I'm
Yeah,
asking.
let's
I'm asking.
use-
You don't want to go down into the other rooms or anything? You just want to put the key cards in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys put the key cards in. As you-
Everything explodes.
as you
You
put-
die.
As you put the key cards in, the floor starts slowly rising up towards the ceiling.
Oh god.
And as it's climbing towards the ceiling opens as well, and you can see that in the middle, if you look up towards the ceiling looks like this.
X-Men.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, it opens up it opens up to this cross beam, and in the middle of the cross beam, sticking straight out of here, is the radar dish.
Ooh,
The radar dish is above.
we're gonna call
Here.
another ship.
So it slowly turns and deposits you on the roof.
Oh man, what if this communicates with bigger bad?
So we're like outside?
You're outside, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you're on the roof.
So we need to make this this tour then. But I'm not sure whom we report to now. So.
Well, you can see that it looks like when you put the cards in that something has happened and it looks like the dish is already slowly turns and it looks straight up, and then you can see that there's some sort of a readout. Does anyone have electronics communications?
Electronics operator.
Yeah.
You do. Specialization for once that you can use.
Yeah. Electronic operation, communication.
Okay, roll it up.
Well, I'm not too good at this.
Okay, well don't fuck it up.
Maybe.
There you go. So it looks like it's contacting. There's a number of signals being sent simultaneously. It looks like one is being sent to the middle of Russia. One is being sent to some sort of a location in Germany, and one is being sent to a satellite.
Did we just help the Nazis? I think we just helped the Nazis.
You can all hear or feel something rumbling underneath you.
Oh god, Super Hitler.
Mecha.
Yeah. For all these
What about the
nuclear
You look down, and the
silos
box
just
is not on your
fused
belt.
together.
The box, which box?
The box is not on your belt.
The box with the AI.
Oh, there.
Oh, fucking giant Hitler made out of all the silos.
So how can we get off the roof? So what's the weather outside?
It's a blizzard. It's quite cold.
So anyway, off the roof?
You can jump off the roof.
No, normal.
Oh, I think normal ways? That's not normal for you guys?
Can be.
Okay, so you look out over the edge, and you can see that there is a ladder on one side, but the rungs only go down about halfway, and then they're snapped off. But you can see below is snow, deep snow.
Oh,
Can you roll health, please?
Watch, it's like an ice crust on the top and you cut yourself. Profusely bleed out and die.
Okay, so roll
It's
one
like,
dice.
well, shit.
that's really.
Okay, so you get another 20 hit points.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
You're gonna explode, man. Straight
yeah,
up.
yeah. Yeah, your body is have you seen that movie Big Hero 6?
Yeah.
There's a guy like Betamax. He's
Yeah. Oh,
like
fuck.
you look like Betamax except you're pink and you can you're
It's
glowing.
Human, it's human
You're
flesh
glowing. You're like
instead of-
whoa! Just in your arm, your NBC suit doesn't fit properly.
Yeah, but don't forget the scrotum face too.
Oh yeah, he's got the scrotum face on. No, he took that off. That was on the helmet.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm the only one with the real scrotum
Yeah,
face.
that's the real scrotum face.
Alright. That's cool.
So what's the distance from the end of ladder to the ground?
You'd estimate it to be about 25 feet.
Oh, not too much.
Just break a leg.
It's powder. I mean, deep snow can.
We can use your device to like descend.
Oh yeah, I have the grappling hook. Just lower.
Yeah, you can do that.
You think that soft powdery snow would cushion you?
Yeah.
I've fallen off way too many roofs to know that that's
Who
You're like, no.
Who says it's powdery?
Yeah, exactly. Just a sheer metal of like, or metal layer of ice. Just
Yeah, so we'll attach the grappling hook and lower ourselves down.
Okay. You're lowering everyone's connecting themselves to you, correct?
What?
How many people are holding on to you to lower down? Everyone?
You can do like one by one.
Yeah, can we just?
We're not in like extreme rush.
Yeah, why don't we just do it?
Okay, so who's going first?
Me.
Okay. Okay, you lower him to the ground.
Yeah. Okay. Who's next? Go for it. Wanna go?
And I'm getting away from the ladder.
You're running away? Okay.
Like at least I don't want them like to follow me.
Okay. Recording you next?
Sure.
Okay, you're down.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Yeah, so anyway, so you're all down from the ladder.
Sweet.
So the person who sent us here was actually the dude we just secured, right?
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yes,
That's
correct.
what he told us.
Yeah.
And we opened their satellites, so we just helped the Nazis.
Yeah. So we didn't have any memory. of
We
that?
helped like whoever like sent us here. So
Which
the goal
was
was
them.
to
We know
So who got
he
there?
told us that it was them who sent us here.
Yeah.
So we just helped
He
the
called
Nazis.
Remember, we figured that out already, that it was this guy, it was Tuda that called you in to save
Yeah.
the complex from being destroyed.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What we did.
Okay?
And we
So
just
it's
opened
very
their
nice.
communication satellite.
Right.
So
Yeah, you've basically reestablished communication to the base, to their communication satellite in orbit,
So,
and also to their sites in Germany and in Russia.
so we shouldn't have fixed their reactor.
No.
We should
And then you also just help them out. Yeah. Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
fixed
Yeah.
their
That's what I
whole
keep
thing.
saying.
Well, you've done. I mean, the mission is a success.
Yay.
And then we can just like fly to US and tell it like on the United Nations like
Yeah.
summit.
Yeah. Exactly.
We report back. How are we
So,
gonna get home?
We have to get the Russian helicopter
Walk.
and fly away.
Don't slide.
And start like our fight against Nazis.
Yay!
Yeah.
To be continued. Wait, there's Russian
Because
helicopters?
nobody knows like we were made our way out.
Yeah.
Probably.
Right. Well, I mean, the game sort of like ends in this, and that's why it's supposed to sort of end in this kind of like scenario where you've gotten free and you're alive, but you don't really know if the situation has ended in something beneficial or not. So like you can, and I sort of designed it in the way that like, you know, you can basically say that you get up to the helicopter and you fly away in the helicopter. You can also say that you all look at each other, you climb back up the ladder and you go back into the complex, and like that's where like the game ends, like you're going back in to like figure out if there's a way you can actually, you know, actually shut off the reactor. Like there's so many like, you know, it's not like a traditional game where the ending is like, oh, congratulations, you fought the bad guy, here's your bag of gold, you know, congratulations. It's sort of like a kind of like a tiger, what's it called, like a tiger's claw ending, where it's sort of very like, you know, indeterminate as to what, because basically what you want to do next, there's no future, there's no further game, there's no like, I mean, if you guys want to play more, we can keep on playing back into it, but like the goal of the mission was to sort of show you that even when you win,
You lose.
you lose, and now the game is sort of like how you close it off is up to you guys as a group. Like, would you fly away and like Vitaly said, go and try and find a way to like report the
He just said, like Tula said, that they have a hand in everything. So us reporting them won't do anything.
Seppuku is our only option.
Or we can just blow up the
It's like
complex.
when the Shogun.
Or will it change like anything? It's just like
samurai
research
could kill
facility.
themselves with
So
sword.
we connect it to someone. So this guy's up there, they still exist.
Yeah, well, that's like the
What's
only thing.
Harakiri?
That's the only like significant thing that we can do because if we go back again, they control us.
That's like some like.
So this is like the only.
So we want to blow the
Seppuku is
facility.
when you
Well, I
deviate
want to.
your family
Right.
line
Oh,
and you
yeah.
kill yourself.
So let's say
as a
that then-
favor to your family.
So what would you guys want to do? Like if it was,
I'm saying that we should go back.
I mean, we're not actually gonna
Not
go
actually
in,
do
but
it.
I mean, this is just how you choose to end it, how you feel like comfortable or happy as players, feeling like are we leaving the players walking back into the facility to go back deep into the heart of the belly of the beast to try and explode the reactor and then escape that way, or are you guys just running away but like leaving and doing other things? Like it's really up to you as to how
I say
you.
we go back in because, like you said, they're so deeply ingrained in like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but then we'll probably have to loot the place and we have to figure out what to do next. Because probably we can't just like return to like normal life.
Well, that
I'll just die in there too. Save
Yeah,
humanity.
Yeah, like Ruben, for example, his mission is over. He could choose that his actual mission is to selflessly,
I mean, I'm a blob monster.
sit
now,
down there
so
with the bomb on, like with his hand on like the reactor button and like finish the thing. So.
That's how I'm going out.
Yeah.
I'm blowing up the reactor.
Nice.
Anyway, well, thanks for the game. Like I said, I appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna try and so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through all of the different ideas that we have had. So you were saying you wanted sort of some sort of Cthulhu-like game,
Horror.
right? You wanted to talk to me about your universe, and maybe there's some sort of way that we can incorporate some of that into like, but not necessarily Cthulhu, but like
Yeah,
sort of
yeah,
similar
Yeah,
sort
no,
of.
like that's why I suggested it because there are like Lovecraftian elements.
Okay, well that's perfect. That definitely works for me. Is that okay for you guys?
Yeah.
Even just like generic horror, it doesn't have to be specifically H.P. Lovecraft.
Right,
I think it'd be a really
But I mean, now what sort of time? What sort of like time do you want it in? You want it like
What was that thing? 18.
like 1800s, like Victorian.
We're specifically not doing that.
But I didn't catch it. I didn't even catch it. So late. He caught it before I did.
References,
1880. Yeah, 1880.
Fucking
Yeah.
Christ.
But I mean, if you guys are comfortable with that sort of, I feel like that's a good era to do it in.
Like legit 19th
Yeah. That's
Is that when Lovecraft was? Like, was it 1800s?
That was
No,
this was like early 1900s.
Early
Yeah, it was
1900s.
like
I feel like
It's more
1900s
like
is fine as well.
Victorian era, wasn't it?
H.P. Lovecraft?
Like they
He was
adapted,
writing
like,
before
a lot,
there was a standard of English.
there were a lot of authors that adapted his like style into like the 1800s, but like his
Yeah, he
actual
died
works-
in 1937.
I tried to read like one book from it, like during my last business trip, and I didn't get it. Like at all.
It's
Oh, yeah, his stuff is very difficult to read,
Yeah,
especially even if English is like
I
a fairly
mean,
strong second language.
So
it's
I
still,
read it was like the book was called like Horror of Dunwich,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
from my standpoint it like makes no sense like at all. So it's like, I mean,
Well,
you
it's-
understand
it's-
what's
well,
going on
it's
from
told-
the first like 2 pages.
Well, it's told in like his internal conversations,
Yeah.
right? And it's fucked up. Like it's not very normal for sure.
It's specifically made to be sort of weird. and
Yeah,
confusing.
it's almost like.
No, I mean,
Semi-straight.
on the contrary, it looks like
What's that?
He died
Or
so young,
oversimplified.
47.
so. Okay, so like just Samson, like there lives like a family in this like village,
Yeah.
and it's obvious that something weird is going on,
Yeah.
and it actually goes, and no like any like particular description of what exactly going. I mean, like
Is that the one with fish people?
like the end is
Yeah,
absolutely awful.
that's
So
such John O'Brien's-
so
Oh, okay.
So
I
it's
was too confused.
like
Which was
the guy is
word?
like they killed the main beast on the last 2 pages,
Yeah.
and it was like, well, they went and they killed it. Well,
So like the whole
what's the point?
Well, like I'm pretty sure they all go insane
Yeah.
Yeah,
'cause
at
they're-
the end of it, and plus
Yeah.
it's not necessarily about the ending. It's about the horrific journey to the ending.
Yeah.
It's about all the
But I
weird,
mean,
fucked up shit.
Well,
that
These
happens.
are-
maybe it's because of English, but I haven't found like anything like
Like I don't,
interesting or intriguing in the whole book.
yeah, like I don't believe it because like the way that he writes is very overblown and like it goes on forever and
Yeah.
it can get boring for people who aren't used to that style of writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I even have like I have an audiobook, and it was worse than reading the book. Like,
Oh,
I was
really?
just so confused
I mean,
to what was
Not all
going
the
on.
so
stories
in my opinion, it could be written like on 5 pages, like same story.
Right.
But I love his description.
Yeah,
of
but
just,
that's
like,
not the
I
same
gotta-
as
I gotta take Lucas out for a.
I love the disorientation it makes.
I'm coming,
you
I'm
feel.
Yeah,
coming.
but
The
that's the
chaos
idea.
and
That's the
everything.
idea. Is you're supposed
So,
to
so
feel
like
that
I'm
level
immune
of-
to it because of my bad English.
It's
Or
possible.
maybe you have better English than he did.
Actually, one of it, not all the stories are like that. Like
No.
Mountains of Madness was pretty like.
That was very like easy to understand.
Yeah.
I have
Extremely.
one of his like it's a compilation of a lot of his stories.
Yeah.
But it's in his original writing.
Oh,
And
God.
you're like reading it and you're not even sure what you're reading until you say it out loud. Because within certain passages he was writing before there was a standard of English, so everything was spelled out how it sounded. So you're just like, what the fuck is that word? And you're like, oh,
So you mean
that's
it's
the
like,
word joy.
This stuff is like edited into modern English.
Yes,
Or something?
very much so.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Okay. It wasn't that long ago, though, was it?
No.
I mean, if he only died. He
Early
died in
1900s?
19.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I guess it would still be.
It's like
English.
almost like 100 years ago. or
At
something.
least, yeah.
Yeah.
So it'd still be kind of old English, not old.
Yeah.
Technically, it's still considered modern English, but so is Shakespeare. Shakespeare's not Old English. If you've heard Old English, you'd be like,
Yeah,
I've
it's straight
heard-
up not.
I've heard audio clips of Old English, and you would not recognize it whatsoever. You'd sit there and you'd be like, what the fuck did they just say? And you'd be like, they turned the doorknob, and you're like, I had no idea. You know. So even Shakespeare is considered New English, and he was making words up.
Oh yeah,
So-
those, I mean, I find
Yeah.
that stuff really hard. I can't get through like Shakespeare
No, you can't
without,
follow his work.
I can sort of, but
But how could it be like old English if this guy is like right in the
It
era
wasn't-
with
it wasn't old
guns
it's
and
not-
It wasn't Old
it's
English.
just
So the way that this
No one
game,
writes in Old English.
the way that this campaign is going to work is that each character has to come up with like a general concept for their character. It's going to take place in the early 1900s. It's going to take place in a city similar in size and sort of scope to London. And the way it's going to work is there's going to be, I haven't worked out the exact point totals yet, but there's going to be caps on stats. There's going to be caps on skills.
Are you using
It's
the
good.
same
It's-
system?
Yeah, same system,
Okay.
because that's just what I'm used to. It's just sorry.
Yeah.
It's just
No, it's
I've
fine.
been playing the system for a really long time.
Yeah.
I don't know what else I can't run it in anything else.
so should we know like anything about the world? Like I was supposed to know like anything about the
I will
about
give you some information about the world. The cool thing that's going to happen is that everyone will have some sort of strange affliction or secret or something about their backstory that they don't want other people knowing about. And so
Like
either
the dyslexic librarian.
so each of you could either come and actually, if you want to, you can come and make the character with me, and we'll go over that backstory. We might even play like an hour long sort of small kind of introductory session with just each person, so that you sort of get to understand your character and the setting and the way things are going to work. And also there is the option of sort of some level of mysticism involved. So I'm going to be building some sort of specialty classes or specialty skills or specialty sort of methods of doing like maybe like a very elementary magic system, a very elementary kind of like spiritual combat techniques, just to sort of make it a little bit more interesting. And if you've got an idea that you'd like to used and you want to bring up that sort of fits into that kind of subgenre, I'm more than happy to kind of entertain it.
So I could be like a Romanian gypsy that just yells people, "You're gonna die!" and throws crosses.
Yeah. And you could have like, you could actually have like the ability to curse if you wanted to have like curse.
Yeah.
You could have scrying and the ability to like look at tea leaves and
So
see the
all
future.
actually gonna die.
But it's hard. It's hard. I don't do it for free, guys.
John, do you have room for a potential fifth character or player?
Ooh,
Oh man,
Possibly.
what about the dude that's supposed to also?
Man, someone was watching again.
What?
Does he talk
someone
about
was
age?
watching again.